Try this question yourself. When you've done it, then check the solutions. Part A. Now this is compound angle formula. Because we need a cosine x here, so the left hand side need to be cosine x. So therefore a plus b is equal to x. So we can let a equal to b, and then that's equal to x over 2. So now the left hand side, a plus b, just basically cosine half x plus half x is 1x. Then we substitute into this formula. A is a half x, b is half x. So you write cosine x over 2 times cosine x over 2, and minus sine x over 2 times sine x over 2. Now because the cosine times cosine, so it's cosine squared x over 2 minus sine squared x over 2. Then remember, the identity cosine squared plus sine squared is always equal to 1. So instead of sine squared x over 2, write here 1 minus cosine squared x over 2. So this is the identity talking about cosine squared any angle plus sine squared. This can be any angle here, it's always 1, regardless what angle it is. So if it's x over 2, it's still true. Then open this bracket, so you get cosine squared x over 2 minus 1, 2 minus make a plus. So combine these two terms together, so you get 2 cosine squared x over 2 minus 1 as required in the question. Now do B. So we know what cosine x is in terms of x over 2. You also have to remember this formula, sine a plus b is sine a cosine b plus cosine a sine b. But if you put b equal to a, so it becomes 2a. Then basically sine a cosine a cosine a sine a. So these two terms are the same. So it's 2 sine a and cosine a. If you got here sine x, so 2a there, a here, so going to be half of this is 2 sine x over 2 times cosine x over 2. So that's what we're talking about, that part there. Now we write that question here. Sine x over 1 plus cosine x equal to 3 cot x over 2. You need in the domain x between 0 and 360. I'll change these into these identities. So on the top are 2 sine x over 2 cosine x over 2. On the bottom we got 1 plus 2 cosine squared x over 2 minus 1 is equal to 3 cot 2. So this 1 with minus 1 disappears. Gone. You got 2 in the front there, 2 here, that goes with it. You got cosine x over 2 on the top, cosine squared, so the cosine square part will disappear. So all you left is sine x over 2 on the top, cosine x over 2 on the bottom, which is tan. And the right hand side, cot, which is tan, multiply both sides by x over 2, so we get tan squared x over 2 equal to 3. So therefore we get tan x over 2, and we take the root, plus or minus, this will be minus 3 or sorry, it will be plus root 3 or minus root 3. Now because this is x over 2 and for x, so the range is 0 to 360, so this is only from 0 for x over 2 is just up to 180. Now we take the inverse. So x over 2, in the calculator we get 60 degrees. Here we get minus 60. But tan, that's not in the range we need, so we add 180. So the answer is 120. And these two answers are for x over 2. So multiply both sides by 2, we get x equal to 120 degrees or 240 degrees. That's in the x domain.